It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. Now it's Wilson. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. This defense for the Jets, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Tua sets up to pass it.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off at the 30.
And the Jets are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
I know that play went for no yardage, all right? But I like the attempt because the fullback position, whether it's a fullback, a tight end, an H-back, wherever you want in that spot, not known as a primary pass catcher. So sometimes the element of surprise works in your favor. But on that play, give credit to the defensive guys.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Shifts past him at the 45. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. From midfield now, here's Wilson. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. 50 yards.
And the Jets will strike first here in this wild card matchup.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
The return man, Wilson.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
From the 31, Tua. And that is incomplete.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot, forcing incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that will be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
Taking it about the 16.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return.
And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Jets. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
He'll try again.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Jets lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now it's Wilson. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. A carry there for Mostert as he's able to work his way forward for a pretty good pickup on 1st down. Officially a gain of 5. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Play action. Now it's Tua. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off at the 40. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week. Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Now it's Wilson. And he'll find Hall. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. On third down, Hall. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Well, the field goal obviously a little dicier here with the elements in the snow, but still right on the border of field goal range. But they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson.
A slant to Jones.
Touchdown, Jets. Julio Jones. 32 yards.
And the Jets continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And it makes the score 21-0.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. So from the 2, now they move back to the 7-yard line. 1st and goal.
They hand it off to Mostert.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
Again, it's Mostert.
And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. They were stopped last time from the 1. Now here's another try on 3rd and goal.
Mostert.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Raheem Mostert
punching it in from a yard away. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about.
So potentially a good chance now to answer back from the touchdown a minute ago as they get 15 yards tacked on.
It's going to give them much better starting field position, and they didn't even have to make an extra play to get it.
Now a give right side. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him early, but shut it down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Check 26, check 26.
On 2nd down, it's Hall. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Now Wilson on first down. This is the tight end fan. 7 yards, the pickup there.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Play action. It's Wilson. Looking downfield for Jones. And this one is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
That's complete. It's Elijah Moore.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
Finding room to the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Jets continue to pull away here in this first half.
A trick shot of the extra point, but it is good off the left upright. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Caught. It's Wilson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
On the handoff, this is Mostert.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And that's caught. It's Brian Edwards. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw caught by his receiver, Hill.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Tua now on first down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Tua.
Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. 8 yards on the touchdown pass, and the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. CD, for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better, and I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
To throw on second down. Devine dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He finds his man, complete. That's Hall. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. That's swung out to Mostert. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Throwing again on second down. Tua. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And it is incomplete. They had a defender running right with him. And now it's 3rd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they're going to measure revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back. But that's one step in the proper direction.
Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Tua to try again on second down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And, oh, that would get a wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. It's Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. This one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and we're going to get a timeout. with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And
now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 72 yards. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there. You've given yourself a chance. You're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going. Nice job. Nice patience right there. Put him on the right side. Let him work his way across. Put the ball in his hands and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
His throw is taken in by Waddle. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He's going to air one out. Touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 52 yards. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. But look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division. But they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game. A message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Tua going to try and throw for it. It's caught at the 1, so unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Jets. Julio Jones. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. Lead is now 24. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They complete it to Hill. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. On first down, Tagovailoa. Over the middle, complete. It's Patrick. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. On second down, Mostert. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Letting one go deep for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 13-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space.
Puts it on the carpet, it's out. And that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill there to make the grab. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. Now Brian Flores going to leave the offense out there to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. 49, guys. You see? 6. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. 49.
Wilson. Forced out to his left. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. 41 yards. And the Jets have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Now Joey Slye for the point after. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. On play action, here's Tua. Finding some room at midfield. And some room to run now. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. He'll swing this out to Mostert. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. On 2nd and goal, Tua being chased out left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. The quick slant caught. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
Now Brian Flores going to take a chance here as he'll throw the red challenge flag. Is this a touchdown? That's the question. CD, what are they looking for here?
You just need any part of the football to break the plane. You don't need the whole football. It doesn't need to go over the entire white line. It's just that front part of the white line. And if you draw an imaginary plane going straight up, that's what they need to cross.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Throwing is Wilson. Looking deep for Julio. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown. Julio Jones. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And this Jet offense starting to run away with this one.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead will swell by 1 more. The return man, Wilson.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And at this point, maybe you say, you know, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion.
Oh, Hill, great grab. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Leaping, and he makes the grab. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back to throw now on 1st down. Oh, dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Here's Mostert. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. Second down and goal. Tua.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Jets force the turnover. And they'll take over at the 10.
The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
Carter, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
On first down, Devine. Looking downfield for Jones. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Out to the right here to Wilson. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 24-yard line.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
2nd and 10. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Dolphins will take over here just shy of the 30.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got a man here. It's Wilson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Mike 50, Mike 50. I got you, pump. Hey, Mike. You're not ready. You're not ready. Let's go, Mike 50.
Tua now on first down.
Tua hit, and the ball is out.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate, but you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Jets as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.